alert. On January 11, one of the world's top science journals, Nature, reported an unexpected acceleration in the movement of the Earth's magnetic poles that has required an immediate update of the world magnetic model used for global navigation by ships at sea, Google Maps and smartphones. Scientists have speculated that the unexpected acceleration is due to liquid iron sloshing within the planet's core, and that in the case of the North Magnetic Pole, the likely culprit was a high-speed jet of liquid iron beneath Canada moving the pole towards Siberia. Subscribe to the channel. Importantly, scientists widely agree that the acceleration in the movement of the magnetic poles points to something very unusual happening in the Earth's outer core, which is filled with a nickel-iron alloy surrounding a solid inner core of iron. In part 2 of this series of articles investigating issues raised by Ben Davidson in his Earth Catastrophe Cycle video series, I discussed a CIA document authored by a geologist, Chan Thomas, that was only declassified in 2013. Thomas hypothesized that the inner core of the Earth behaves just like a star in terms of emitting plasma or neutral matter in periodic bursts every few thousand years into the outer core, thereby triggering both magnetic and geophysical pole shifts. In Part 1, I examined evidence of solar flash, aka micronova, events in history, and the prospects for one recurring in the near future. This raises the possibility of the connection of some kind between solar flash events and neutral matter eruptions that occur deep inside the Earth's core. In this article, I examine whether high-energy cosmic rays from outside our solar system are the trigger mechanism for both solar flashes and neutral matter eruptions that lead to pole shifts. It's important to first point out that the accelerated movement of the magnetic poles is happening at a time when the Earth's magnetic field is weakening and the solar minimum, low sunspot activity, have both made the planet more susceptible than ever to cosmic rays. Cosmic rays are the atomic nuclei of hydrogen, helium and larger molecules that have been stripped of their electrons. They have been generated from galactic events such as supernova and quasars, and travel throughout the universe at almost the speed of light. While our Sun also generates cosmic rays, it is the cosmic rays from the galactic core that carry the most energy as they penetrate deep into our solar system, into our Sun, and finally into the Earth's interior. Cosmic rays are impacting both the Earth and the Sun with increasing impact because the energy shield created by the solar wind is at its weakest level as a result of the current solar minimum. Some scientific models predict the solar minimum will continue until October 2020, and may even stretch out into a grand solar minimum lasting until 2070, during which time humanity witnesses a mini ice age similar to the Maunder minimum that occurred from 1645 to 1715. Scientists have for decades tracked solar and cosmic ray activity and confirmed that cosmic rays peak during solar minima as shown in the following diagram. Top graph shows solar cycles and bottom shows cosmic ray activity during the same period. The intensity of cosmic rays impacting our solar system and the Earth depends largely on the strength of the solar wind generated by our Sun, which acts as a shield as explained by NASA. Our first line of defense is the Sun. The Sun's magnetic field and solar wind combine to create a porous shield that fends off cosmic rays attempting to enter the solar system. The shielding action of the Sun is strongest during solar maximum and weakest during solar minimum. NASA studies have confirmed that cosmic rays during a solar minimum increase the radiation exposure of astronauts, thereby shortening the time they can spend in Earth orbit. It is worth emphasizing that cosmic rays typically are either deflected by the Earth's magnetic field, or attracted by the field towards the polar regions where most of the world's cosmic ray detectors have been assembled. Studies have shown the Earth's magnetic field, which acts as the second line of defense against cosmic rays, as well as being a shield against the solar wind, has been steadily weakening throughout the 20th century. Since the year 2000, however, the weakening has dramatically increased as illustrated in the following image provided by Davidson in his Earth Catastrophe Cycle series. The weakening of the magnetic field has led to some scientists concluding that this is a prelude to a magnetic pole flip. In 2014, Rune Florbjergen, the mission manager of the European Space Agency's Swarm project, confirmed that the Earth's magnetic field was weakening 10 times faster than normal, and that this was a sign of a future magnetic pole flip. Florbergajan said that this would take many hundred if not a few thousand years. They have happened many times in the past. However, other scientists studying paleomagnetic data cut the time dramatically in Florbergajan's estimate. A Berkeley University study said that the pole flip could happen in less than a century, anytime during our lifetime. The dramatic weakening of the magnetic field means that fewer cosmic rays are being deflected, and more of these have been absorbed into the Earth, especially at the polar regions where the magnetic field lines attract cosmic rays into the north and south magnetic poles. This raises important questions about what scientists have recently discovered about the unexpected acceleration in the movement of the magnetic poles, and what we know about the increasing influence of cosmic rays during a solar minimum that may extend well beyond the projected 2020 start of solar cycle 25. First, are cosmic rays entering the Earth's magnetic field at the polar regions penetrating deep into the Earth's interior, thereby impacting the molten outer core in some way? Second, were cosmic rays recently detected coming out of Antarctica, in any way related to the neutral matter eruptions described by Chad Thomas? Finally, were the mysterious seismic global waves detected on November 11, 2018, in any way related to neutral matter eruptions from the core, and/or cosmic rays? Are cosmic rays affecting the Earth's interior? The widespread assumption about cosmic rays is that these are absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere as they impact air molecules, which in turn are rapidly accelerated and impact other molecules in cascade effect, as the following diagram illustrates. Several studies have shown, for example, that cosmic rays impact cloud formation, leading to greater cloud covers during solar minima. While the energy of cosmic rays is absorbed by other particles when they collide in the Earth's atmosphere, these cascade particles take on the momentum and energy of the cosmic rays and reach the Earth's surface, and along with surviving cosmic rays, penetrate into the Earth's crust, extending the cascade effect deep into the Earth's mantle and eventually reaching the core. Subatomic particles, which are created as a byproduct of the collision of cosmic rays and air molecules, such as muons and neutrinos, more easily penetrate into the Earth's mantle and core due to their smaller cross-section. The impact of cosmic rays through their cascading effect can be visualized as a shotgun blast that carries the energy of the primary cosmic rays deep into the Earth's interior through cascade particles, and their subatomic byproducts. The penetration of cosmic rays into the Earth's surface has had the effect of triggering seismic activity and volcanic eruptions, as confirmed by a team of 4 Japanese scientists. In a June 2011 study of 11 volcanic eruptions titled, "Explosive Volcanic Eruptions Triggered by Cosmic Rays," the scientists found that cosmic rays were a factor in triggering 9 of the eruptions. It is well known that the cosmic ray flux is negatively correlated with solar magnetic activity, as the strong magnetic field in the solar wind repels charged particles such as galactic cosmic rays that originate from outside of the solar system. The strong negative correlation observed between the timing of silica-rich eruptions and solar activity can be explained by variations in cosmic ray flux arising from solar modulation. The Japanese study confirms that cosmic rays, through their cascade effect, do have an influence inside the Earth's interior. The critical question is, how deep into the Earth's interior do cosmic rays penetrate? Studies show that the energy transmitted by cosmic rays can be carried deep into the Earth's interior. During solar minimum, high-energy cosmic radiation can penetrate to a very deep distance below the Earth's surface, in some case a few hundred kilometers. This is the reason why most, if not all, earthquakes during solar minimum are deep earthquakes. This takes me back to Chad Thomas and his claim that the Earth's core periodically releases neutral matter every few thousand years, and that the Sun experiences a solar flash in a similar millennia-long cycle. Cosmic rays have the capacity to not only interact with the Sun in a way that ultimately triggers a micronova, but they also interact with the Earth's core in a way that triggers the emission of neutral matter, as Thomas's book claims. If the Earth's core is being stimulated by cosmic rays into emitting neutral matter in analogous manner to a coronal mass ejection by the Sun, is there any evidence of this occurring? The most compelling sign would be if the Earth's core, like the Sun, was observed to be emitting cosmic rays. Indeed, this has occurred with cosmic ray detectors discovering cosmic rays coming out of the Earth, rather than penetrating into it. Cosmic rays observed to be coming out of Antarctica were first detected in January 2007 when the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna (ANITA) balloon experiment began, as explained by the science writer, Emma Fiala. Using sensors, ANITA began detecting high-energy neutrinos interacting with the ice sheet below. During ANITA's time in the Antarctic, it detected never-before-seen, upward-pointing cosmic ray-like events. The rays detected had horizontal planes of polarization, which may suggest they didn't originate in space. Cosmic rays coming out of the Antarctic ice sheets were observed again by ANITA in December 2016 and sparked intense scientific speculation over whether a new type of particle had been discovered. This led to a team of scientists at Penn State University studying the ANITA data, and on September 25, 2018, released their report about the anomalous 2007 and 2016 events, which was published on the scholarly archive, archive.org. The ANITA collaboration have reported observation of two anomalous events that appear to be epsilon Cr 0.6 U of cosmic ray showers emerging from the Earth with exit angles of 27 and 35, respectively. We explore here whether, beyond the Standard Model (BSM), particles are required to explain the ANITA events, if correctly interpreted, and conclude that they are. Seeking confirmation or refutation of the physical phenomenon of sub-U of Earth emergent cosmic rays in data from other facilities, we find support for the reality of the ANITA events, and three candidate analog events, among the extremely high-energy northern track neutrinos of the IceCube Neutrino Observatory. It should be noted that on both January 2007 and December 2016, the sunspot numbers were respectively at or near the solar minimum for sunspot activity. Consequently, it should be noted that at the same time as cosmic rays were peaking as they were coming into our solar system due to minimal solar activity, that cosmic-like rays were observed to be coming out of the Earth. This is consistent with the earlier observation that cosmic rays were penetrating deep into the Earth and triggering the neutral matter ejections into the outer core, which in turn stimulated what might be described as Earth cosmic rays that were detected by ANITA. This takes me to the mysterious seismic global wave detected on November 11, 2018, 15 miles off the coast of Mayotte, a French island between Madagascar and Africa. On that day, a seismic wave was detected that traveled around the world for about 20 minutes. While seismic waves routinely follow earthquakes, there was no earthquake detected by seismographs as explained in an article published by National Geographic. Based on the earlier cited 2011 study by Japanese scientists, one explanation that arises is that the global seismic wave was caused by cosmic waves penetrating into the Earth's interior. Another, more disturbing explanation is that the mysterious global seismic waves were a result of unique, Earth cosmic rays, emanating from a neutral matter ejection analogous to a coronal mass ejection first described by Thomas. The accelerated movement of the magnetic poles is a sign that something significant is currently happening deep inside the Earth's interior, at its molten outer core. The conventional explanation that this pole shift is merely a result of magma moving in the outer core portion under North America does not factor in the important role played by cosmic waves in penetrating deep into the Earth and influencing the core's activity. The fact that cosmic rays are pouring into the Earth due to a weakened magnetic field and solar minimum, and this may be triggering an ejection of neutral matter from the Earth's core into the mantle and surface, needs be seriously considered. Furthermore, the fact that the CIA classified Thomas's book some time after its 1963 publication and only declassified it in 2013, suggests that his concepts and theory of the dynamics of the inner Earth and associated pole shifts needed to be suppressed since they contained important truths that could destabilize society. At this time in our collective history, as cosmic rays are impacting our planet at increasing levels, we need to better understand how cosmic rays influence both our planet and the Sun during its period of minimal solar activity. We need to pay particular attention to evidence that our solar system has entered a region of the galaxy with increased levels of cosmic ray energy, and how this might trigger the solar flashes, micronovas, and geophysical pole shifts that occurred in our distant past. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications, to receive new videos.